All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our brand night for tonight, February 24th. My name is David Scoltetti. I'm checking in from Miami Beach, Florida, Miami Beach. It's great to be with you all. We've got a really, really special brand night for you tonight. A gentleman that I've known of longer than he's known about me, but I've known about this guy for a long time. He has been in the industry of network marketing since 1983. I thought I was in this thing long since for 30 years, but that goes even 83. Do I need to do the math on that, Dan? That's like 40 plus years.
Yeah.
I know that because I have my 40-year class reunion this year. But in any event, Dan Stamen is a lifelong entrepreneur. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's been extraordinarily successful in the network marketing space. He has built organizations into hundreds of thousands of people. And as a matter of fact, there's a digital product that we all love here at My Daily Choice. He was one of the founders and was the CEO of World Ventures. So comes to us with just an abundance of knowledge about our industry, but also, as I mentioned, as a serial entrepreneur, he has gone out and built other traditional businesses as well. And one of those particular brands, we're going to talk about tonight, and we do have a video to kind of show. So, Jojo, why don't you give that a roll?
But Joe, I'm going to interrupt you because no one can hear anything. It's just mumbled and figured I'd stop you now.
I think that officially ends it. I hope you guys were either like telepathically dialed into that, or if at least you watched the video. But in any event, let's just start from the top again. Hey, we got an A for effort on that one, right? So Dan, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great. It's great for you to be with here. So I'm going to bring on Jojo. And for those of you who are brand new to our call, Jojo Monroe is one of our top leaders on our team. She's a mom of two amazing boys and a great entrepreneur. I've known her for almost 2 decades now. She's a 7-figure earner in our business and really leads the way on our Monday nights with our brand night. So Jojo, take it away.
Awesome. Well, sorry about the sound, everyone, but the good thing is it was just really cool music. So you didn't really miss anything, and you got the visual of how cool this product is and how, sorry for the terrible pun, but how lit up we should all be that it's now in MDC Marketplace. So Dan, thank you for being here tonight. And I'm excited to dive right in. So let's give everyone kind of the background of how you created FireOut and what went into this creation of this product.
Sure, absolutely. By the way, thanks for having me on, and I'm excited to share the product with you. So this bottle had a lot of R&D that went into it, and myself and my partners, I get a lot of deal flow coming across my desk, being a ex-member of Tiger 21 investment club, and I just saw a need, along with a couple other gentlemen, that things in the marketplace, they were moving in the direction of green technology, eco-friendly, non-toxic, biodegradable, PFAS free. And so we saw this market as a segment that we wanted to invest into. So I had a really good friend that was 15 years at DuPont. And I kind of picked his brain. We brought him on board, and we literally spent $5.5 million in R&D developing the FireOut formula. And we primarily developed it for large industry that we'll talk about later, but it also has a fantastic, retail or home use as well. As you saw from the video, there was a piece of carpet there. Part of it was treated and part of it was not. And so we hit it with a blowtorch. And if you noticed in the video, it burned right up to the part that was treated and it stopped in its tracks. And I could do the same thing with a paper towel. We blow people's mind. I'll take 2 paper towels, I'll hang them up, I'll put them on a clothing line, and I'll take one of them and that's untreated, and I'll hit it with a blowtorch, 2,000 degrees. It disintegrates in seconds, like 2 seconds. And I'll hit the other one and it will char, but there's no fire, there's no flame spread. And I'll have my guest who's ever watching this put their hand literally right behind the paper towel as I have the blowtorch up to it, and you cannot feel any heat transfer at all. So that's how powerful the product is. Again,
Wow.
green tech, eco-friendly, non-toxic, biodegradable, and the formula that's in the MDC line, the FireOut brand, it's designed to protect any type of textile from burning or any type of wood type products. And in an emergency, you can use it to extinguish a Class A fire, which is described on your website. So, I could talk about 50 different uses for this product and why you want to pick it up. And so, Jojo, I'll stop there.
Yeah, no, it's so let's do that. But also, like, just from when I heard about it, I love that you said this, and I just want to reiterate it so people understand. Like, at first I was like, okay, wait, so I'm going to spray a bunch of chemicals around my children and around myself and my home just to keep it from a fire. But then you look at it, it's like, oh no, this is green. Like, this is good for not only us, but it's good for the environment. And it literally, let's talk about the uses, because we were on a pre-call and it was, you could put it on your drapes, you could put it next to your fireplace. So what are some of the common areas? And I see Kiri already asked one of the question. Can you tell us particularly how we can use this as prevention in our homes besides just a fire pit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's say you had a fireplace in your home and you have a wood floor in front of it. Well, if you've got a real fire pit, and maybe you're burning real logs, or maybe, there's something in there that kind of pops out on the ground. I mean, it could hit a couch, it could hit, the wood in front of it, it could hit somebody's clothing, and, it could start a fire. So, I had a friend the other day, he's like, I have a couch that's too close to my fire pit. So he lightly sprayed his couch. You don't need to spray much. This is a very powerful formula. So you could spray the couch, you could spray the wood floor, you could spray, the draperies. If you have like an infant in a bedroom, or anyone for that matter, you could spray those drapes and they're not going to ignite, they're not going to burn. You could use it, if you are camping, and I know there's a lot of kids running around, jumping around campfires, you could spray their jeans and their clothes the day before, let them dry, and then knowing that when they put them on, if they're out running around in the woods or around the fire, any fire that touches them, it's not going to ignite. If you have a backyard, let's say you've got a wooden deck that you have a barbecue grill sitting on, spray the wood around the barbecue grill. If there's ever an accident and something, pops out or explodes, that wood is not going to burn. So, you can kind of, use your imagination and, think about different things that you want to protect. And this is the first product coming out of many, in the line. So I'm excited about a lot of the others, but we're going to stick with what this one does. And
We'll tease them. We'll tease them later. We'll tease them with the other stuff later. But this, you mentioned the fires outside, the campfires, because, being in Northern California and everyone knowing what just happened in California, I heard you shipped barrels of this to fire departments down there to help mitigate what was going on. But, everyone's getting ready for spring break and summer camping and all of these things. So you can spray your chairs when you're out camping. You can, when you're exiting your campsite, You can spray down your fire pit, so you're saving the environment and potential future fires. So there's multiple things that can be done, but just share with people kind of why, you know, these barrels are being shipped to these other areas, because of the extreme necessity for this type of product in certain areas.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So we ship, literally a semi tractor trailer, 16,000 gallons of product to a couple private fire departments. And they were obviously, spraying people's yards, fences, shrubbery, their homes, because the fire was threatening to come over the hill, right? And
Yeah.
so, very shortly, fire departments are going to be carrying this product to use, in industry. And obviously, and we'll be the one taking it to them. You'll be happy to hear about, right? So I've got a lot of big plans to expand the brand and and use it in that way. And so I primarily designed the product, for the Department of Defense and industry. But as a network marketer, we can get behind this, learn about it, buy it, use it, be involved, and then similar to, and I will just say this, similar to the Fuel Factor X product, there's going to be a lot of other opportunity down the road to make big volume sales with the FireOut product. But the key is that you learn about it now, use it, protect your family, your loved ones, and learn about it. I mean, I have in Formula One and NASCAR, it's blowing up. I mean, all the race car drivers are spraying their suits prior to taking the track. The pit crews are spraying their suits because there's a lot of fires in that vein. And again, as JoJo said, I mean, if you are camping and you're building a fire pit, spray a 3-foot area, a 4-foot area completely around the pit, because anything it touches, it will not burn, right? So it's just another, area of precaution that you can take by using this product in a preventative type way. So
Very cool. So if we look at this and someone is using it for personal use and they lightly spray, give us the mechanism of how they should use it. How do you spray it? How long does it last when they spray it? And what is the cleanup process if they do have it on their clothes? What do they, do they wash it 15 times before it's off, or what does that look like?
yeah, so as far as for washing goes, we do say we've got a new water resistant blend that's going to be added soon. So you can literally, spray it on a pair of jeans and wash them 10 times, and they won't reignite, right? But right now, we're asking people that are exposed to fire, you're probably going to wash your clothes anyway, respray it on each time. There's 2 settings on the nozzle. One is stream, so it's going to shoot a pretty narrow stream, and the other one is spray, and you want to put it on the spray. You want to hold it about 2 feet away. It's going to have a mist, and just hit the clothing very lightly. It doesn't need to be soaked. If you put too much on, you're going to want to wring it out. The product works best when it's lightly misted on any type of textile. You let it sit for a couple, 2-3 hours. It will dry. There'll be no residue. It's a clear solution, so it's not going to change the color of anything. And again, draperies, furniture, wood products. What do you want to protect from fire? And again, putting out that fire. 43% of all forest fires are started by what? They're started by campers. They're camping. They think they threw a few bottles of water on their fire. They leave. The wind kicks up. The next thing you know, the forest is burning. I mean, that's the truth, right? So if you use this product spray it on a campfire, get it in there, move it around, that fire is not reigniting. I mean, right there alone, we could save a lot of obviously, forestry and industry as well.
Yeah. Yep. And Sherry had a good question here. So if someone's building a house and you spray it on the wood as you're building your house, I mean, that's a brilliant use for the product, right? Like fireproof your home.
Yeah, so that's a great question. As a matter of fact, you guys, you won't believe this, that in your attic, there's 0 fire code. There's no fire code in your attic. Everything in your attic burns. Most people, here's how houses, go up in flames. Somebody's, smoking in the easy chair, drapes catch on fire. They go up, and within about 10 minutes, they're through the ceiling, the drywall, and then that fire explodes in the attic, and the house will burn from the top down. We will be coming out with this in gallons, 5-gallon drums, so you could put it on what's a larger sprayer that you can buy at Home Depot and spray your entire attic, right? Spray all that wood up there, and now because it's untouched and it's not being, there's no water, it's not being cleaned. It's a nanotechnology. It will adhere to the substrate and it will last for the life of the wood. Okay.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I just got listed with the U.S. Historical Society. We're going to be treating every historical building in the United States and Canada and providing an insurance discount that those construction companies that use the product. So, this is going kind of mainstream, but for now, I mean, you could spray your attic, with this product. I mean, it's 1 gallon will cover about 300 square feet. So you might need to buy a little bit more, but what is your safety and security worth, right?
Right.
That's something to consider, right?
And I think of too, Dan, like a lot of people on our team. I'm just, a new business idea in California. Any contractor that you guys know that was building a home, oh my gosh, what a huge, for every install, they add this to their product that they deliver their client. This is just a brilliant way to enhance what they're already doing for their clients. It's very, very cool. Knowing that we have contractors on our team.
We have construction companies now that, before what they call dry in the home, they're spraying, all the 2x4s, they're spraying all the rafters. The product is above building code requirements. So, you're going above and beyond code, and which is fine, right? I mean, I'm marketing this to the most exclusive builders in the country, people that are building, $5 and $10 million homes. They don't care about spending extra money to protect that investment, right? So, those are some opportunities we'll talk about later. But absolutely, when we make available, the larger quantities, I mean, you could start a business of turning around a business within a business, right? And marketing the product to construction companies. And I have all the certifications: Class A, 60-minute rating, UL Green Guard. I mean, we spent a lot of money on all the listing certifications, ICC. We've got it all. So if somebody were to get in that space, then we'll help them do it.
That's awesome. And like we said, let's big picture and then let's bring it back home because we all need this today. I mean, I'm just thinking like I just put my son in a big boy bed 2 days ago. I want to spray down his big boy bed and put it in the, cloth behind his bed. So it's all the headboard's protected, the mattress is protected, all of these things,
Yep.
that we have access to today that we can all use this product to really help. If anything, gosh, catastrophic, less it be that it doesn't, but oh my gosh, the security knowing that we're protected is so important.
No, absolutely. We have a paint product too that you could, literally paint all the walls in your house and give them a 45-minute fire rating. The drywall behind me is rated for 15 minutes. So, again, that's another product that'll probably be dropped in the line. So I think it's why it's important. There's a lot here. There's a lot more here than we're talking about. So I think those that, buy the product, use the brand box, become familiar with it, spray, carpeting in front of a fireplace or wood here, clothing there, become familiar with it. And as we roll out these other segments, you'll be in the driver's seat to capitalize.
Dude, this is exciting, Dan. I'm just so thrilled that you've brought this to MDC, and I know we're talking about all of the different assets that we have here at MDC, and I would be remiss to say you are a huge asset that we have here with us, and we just appreciate you